The story begins from a busy port of Hong Kong, where cranes were loading containers on ships. And now from here, these containers were being sent to different places, under tight security. And inside one of these containers, there was a man named Ivan Marquez with a pile of money. After some security checks, he came out of the container. Actually, this container was shipped from Spain to Hong Kong with $1.5 million, and after counting the notes, Ivan was going to get a commission of 3% as a career, which would be around $380. A few years ago, we see Ivan arriving in a Ferrari in front of a big hotel, but he used to do only ball parking work. After this, Ivan came back to his home drenched in the rain, where he showed his today's earnings to his mother. His mother was very happy to see the money, but at the same time he said that you should spend some time with your father, as he misses you a lot. Ivan was a young man from a middle-class family who wanted to succeed in his life. There was a time when Ivan considered his father as his hero, and he can never forget the day when he went with his father to ask for a loan to open a wedding banquet hall. His business went very well in the beginning, and his family was printing a lot of money. But then, due to the economic crisis in the country, his father's business came to a standstill, and then he decided that he would never live in poverty. After the recession, Ivan's father would often complain in front of the TV. Due to this, Ivan started getting very irritated doing something. Darna means abusing the government all day long. During this time, Ivan started working as a valet, but he was always on the lookout for some business opportunity. Unlike his father, he did not believe in sticking to the system. One day he shared his business plan with his friends, in which he was going to buy a useless flat, make it good, and then sell it. But his friends were not interested in this idea, and also did not have money to invest on this. Ivan said, "So what? We will take a loan from the bank." And after listening to his words, his friends started laughing at him. At their job, Ivan and his friend saw a man named Mr. Loris, who was a minister in the current government, but he was very drunk at that time. Ivan offered to drop the man home, to which the man immediately agreed. Ivan was eager to open the man's briefcase, and luckily he got enough time for this. He was surprised to see a pile of money inside the briefcase, and he immediately took out some notes. After a while, when they reached his house, Ivan directly met the woman for whom the politician used to work. Ivan believed that he could do a better job than this drunkard. It doesn't matter to her whatever their business is. She also told him that the politician was stealing from them. Behind their back, he had taken the money, so what he said turned out to be true. Also, Mary liked Ivan's confidence, and then she offered Ivan 10,000 euros for the delivery, which Ivan happily agreed to do. The next day, Ivan delivered the horse to a man named Francisco, who had bought it for his daughter Letitia's birthday. When asked, Ivan told him that this was his first delivery to Mary. During the conversation, it was revealed that both Francisco and Ivan were from the same city. He will get to know Francisco's story of how he used to work in a small photocopy shop. Then gradually he reached here today by joining hands with some big people. Now, Ivan had to deliver a briefcase of cash from Francisco to Mary, but this task was not so easy. On the way, Ivan was stopped by the police, and in a few moments, the police found the cash in the briefcase. To save himself, Ivan lied that he was coming after selling his house. He got this money from him, but the police caught his lie very easily, and in anger they hit his head on the car. Seeing himself in trouble, Ivan said in full confidence that, "I know your boss. Should I call him? Should I introduce him to him?" After which the policeman let him go. Actually, these policemen work for Mary, and all this was her plan, so that she could test Ivan's loyalty. After the delivery, Ivan got his money, along with a bonus, so that he could buy some new clothes. Time passed, and now Ivan and Mary became close to each other. The next day, Ivan met Mary's husband Francis, who was the son of a big diamond smuggler, and also had a business of foreign currency trafficking. Ivan's job that day was with a Belgian courier. Ivan was very happy with his courier job. He was earning good money and also drove expensive cars. Francis, also known as Paco, used to clean the black money of his very rich clients, and Francis and Maurice used to help him in this. He used to help Ivan. He used to give briefcases full of cash, which he had to deliver to Belgium. One day he was talking to Ivan when Paco saw him. Paco was not happy with this, and he told Ivan to stay away from him. A few days later, Ivan met Mary in a restaurant, where he told her that the danger in Belgium has increased a lot. That is why they have found a new partner in another city, Geneva. But then both of them saw a strange couple, seeing whom Ivan started saying that, "How did this idiot manage to woo the girl?" To which Mary replied that whatever is in his briefcase can do anything. Ivan still wanted to do business with Mary, because now he wants to learn more about this whole game. After this, they reached a building where they met Mr. Stool. He was also Mary's business partner, who had created a great system for cleaning black money, and he also used to take only 3% commission for this. After some time, while talking to his mother, Ivan sees the same man on TV, whose beautiful girlfriend he had. Ivan also sees his wife on TV, and he understands that he is having an affair with the girl from the restaurant. Ivan calmly waits for her to return, so that he can install cameras in her room. and blackmail her. The man's name was Luis, and Ivan paid a cleaner some money to get into his room, but unfortunately the restaurant's security officer, Yendik, caught him red-handed. But in reality Yendik was just a scoundrel. He only wanted a share of Ivan's profits, after which Yendik installed the cameras himself. After this, the video evidence that they got was enough to blackmail Luis. Ivan was completely convinced that Luis could become a very good partner for him because apart from being strong, his mind was also very sharp. After the work was over, both of them spent the night partying. After this, Ivan met Mary and told her that Mary had been insisting on meeting his mother for a long time. Mary immediately said that it is okay, take as many days off as you want, because according to her, family is the most important. She also gifted Ivan a watch because she believed that a person's watch and shoes tell everything about him. After this, Ivan and Yennik went to meet Luis. They showed him the footage and told him to either spoil his image by talking to the police or work with them. They wanted to transfer money from Spain to Switzerland and also wanted to open a branch in Luis's city, for which they needed Luis. Initially Luis was a little hesitant, but he was forced to agree to all their conditions. After this, they made a deal with Luis that in exchange for deleting the video, he would introduce them to all the main people. Initially Ivan had no idea that a special unit of the police was keeping an eye on this event, and this is where Head Inspector Roy got to know about Ivan for the first time. Soon, with Luis's support and backing, Ivan started meeting big people and started understanding how their business works. Luis also made Ivan trust those people by calling him his special person. Ivan then met Mary and told her about his new business, but Mary was worried about one thing. Francisco would not be happy with this move. He would not like that two new guys are taking away his clients, because if Ivan and Yennik won't clean his black money, Francisco will. But I haven't believed there was enough money in the business for everyone and promised not to take away Francisco's clients. After spending the night together, Ivan asked Mary to stay, but Mary said she wanted to spend Christmas with her family. When Ivan came to Madrid to meet his family, he brought a lot of gifts for them, but his father was not happy at all because he did not know even 1% about his work. He kept asking Ivan about his work. Ivan casually said that I work in import-export business with some big people, but their conversation soon turned into an argument. After fighting with his father, Ivan went to meet his old friends, and now they were buying old flats, renovating them and selling them. In short, they had stolen Ivan's business idea, just as Ivan had told them to do years ago. Time passed, money kept coming in, and Ivan's business kept flourishing. During one such meeting, he met Francisco and Leticia. Francisco was upset that Ivan was stealing his clients, and he even warned Ivan about this, but Ivan still did not listen. So Francisco sent some of his men to teach Evan and Yana a lesson. He just wanted to show them that they have no right to do business in his area. Instead of running away after this incident, Evan decided to confront Francisco and assured him that he would not harass Francisco's clients. He also told Francisco that, "Sir, I am working in your area. You can take 30% of the profit." Francisco became very happy after hearing this. During this time, Ivan earned a lot of money, and due to this, he became very proud. And when Mary said something about his changing behavior, he got angry. He believed that the one who brings the most money should be respected here. Mary also told him that her husband had received news about the ongoing investigation on Francisco, and that is why he asked Ivan to stay away from all this. But Ivan did not listen to her advice and made plans to expand his business further. After some time, Ivan saw some undercover policemen standing outside a party, and he went to them and asked them to take him to their boss. The policemen took him to the police station, where Ivan met Inspector Manuel Roy, who was in charge of the inquiry at that time. Ivan said that, "I am fully ready to help the police and my bosses. Francis, I give all the money to him. I will give all the information about him." But in return, he demanded complete safety and protection for himself, and he also promised to give 30% of his profit to Francisco so that he can trap him later. But now he needed proof that she did not tell the police about Francisco, and so he took Leticia to Paris, where for a week he fulfilled Leticia's every demand. He was pretending to be in love with Leticia just so that no one would suspect him, and he could say that, "I was out with my girlfriend. What do I know?" Well, a few days later, when Leticia heard about her father going to jail on TV, she immediately got ready to go back to Madrid. No, but she had no idea that Ivan was the one responsible for her father's arrest. But when Ivan returns to town, Leticia catches him sleeping with strange girls, which makes her realize that Ivan had been faking his love for her. After Francisco went to jail, Ivan told everyone that he would take care of his clients until he got released. But Mary and her husband Francisco did not think this was right, because the police would have information about Francisco's clients and he could get caught while doing their work. Ivan agreed and shut down his business for the time being. He spent all his remaining money partying in Madrid, and when he ran out of money, he returned home to find out that his father had passed away and his mother was in desperate desperate need of help. Even after returning home, he kept thinking about new business ideas, and finally he came to know about the Chinese Mafia. Ivan got information about Yao Ming from Louis. From here, people's black money was sent to China, but they used old and worn-out methods, and often got caught. After this, Ivan went to meet Mary and started talking to her about doing a deal with Yemen, but the biggest problem was that now it had become impossible to take money to Switzerland or withdraw it from there. On top of that, his clients used to ask for money in cash. Ivan had a solution for this. He said that we should transfer the money stuck in Switzerland to his Chinese account, and in return he will give us cash in Spain. Both the parties liked this idea very much, and they immediately agreed to it. Here Mary and Ivan were celebrating their new deal when Francis suddenly reached their table. After cheating Ladija, Francisco came to know that Ivan had informed the police against him, but he got his case dismissed by bribing the judge, and now he wanted to take revenge from Ivan at any cost. They also found out that a software engineer working for them had leaked the list of Swiss bank accounts, after which Stoll and Francis ran away with the remaining money. Abe, Vin, and Mary immediately realized that they were in big trouble because most of their clients were in that list. The police were chasing them, so they tried their best to escape, but suddenly some men of their Chinese client came and caught them, after which both of them were taken to Yao Min, who was also in a big trouble because the police were chasing him too. Yao Min thought that Ivan had told the police about him, and in this process, he wanted to kill both Ivan and Mary. Just as Yao was about to shoot Ivan, Ivan quickly made a plan, according to which he promised Yao that he himself would deliver the money to its destination. He assured Yao that he would hide in a container full of cash and transfer all of Yao's money from Spain to Hong Kong. This plan was risky, but it was the only plan in which Ivan could survive. Also, if Ivan reached Hong Kong, Yao would not have to fear that he might talk to the police. According to the plan, Ivan reached Hong Kong safely, and now you will get 3%. He was very happy thinking this, but suddenly the police came and arrested him, after which he was sent back to Spain, and now he knew that the only hope for him was to find a good lawyer who could get his sentence reduced, because punishment is certain. But his lawyer told him that at least 15 years of jail is certain, brother. That is the reason why Ivan tried to bribe the police inspector, but luckily that policeman was not a sellout. After this, Ivan came to know that actually Mary had told the police about him to save her life, due to which he was caught in Hong Kong. Ivan could understand that he did this to save his life, and if I were in his place, I would have done the same later too. He was caught by the police. In the end, Ivan is about to go to jail, where he finally finds out what his father said. In an interview, he admits that money does go to people's heads, and something similar happened with him too. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.